With Rob Lewis, Brent Hubbs, VolQuest.com. Fast break action on another disappointing Saturday for Tennessee, Rob, as the Volunteers fall at Auburn by a score of 77-72. It was said on the TV broadcast, Auburn the tougher team. Auburn played with better effort than Tennessee. Hard to argue with those two statements when you look at this game.
I mean, they've laid some eggs this year. Today might have been the most disappointing effort that I've seen. And maybe that's recency bias, maybe because it just happened. I'm a little putting too much on it, but I thought today was maybe the low point of the season for me. You can maybe point to Ole Miss, you can maybe point to Florida, but they didn't have any passion today. I'm not going to question kids' effort. I'm not saying kids didn't play hard, but I didn't see any fire, Hubbard, at all against a shorthanded Auburn team playing without their best player. And Tennessee just no-showed. I mean, the two freshmen showed up, and if you're a fan, that's going to be the most disappointing part to me, is that you've got just no upperclassmen that can pull this team and lead them on, get them over the hump on a day where things are tough. I mean, it was ugly. I mean, I don't want to sound like the sky's falling, but I thought it was the worst effort of the season.
Tennessee just didn't do anything well. They gave up 16 offensive rebounds, 19 second chance points, The biggest stat that jumps out to me is Auburn shot 37 free throws and Tennessee shot 10. And the only guys to shoot free throws for Tennessee were the two freshmen, Rob.
Yeah, I mean, those are the only guys that showed up. I mean, Eve had a nice game. He had 10 points, 8 rebounds. I mean, but he's just not a guy that you can lean on offensively. I mean, he can, he's going to get some garbage points. He's going to hit a couple turnarounds, but you can't run your offense to him. The two freshmen, I mean, they showed up. They were hungry. They were ready to play. And like you said, I mean, it's a very telling stat that they're the only two guys who got to the line. I mean, they were aggressive. They took the fight to Auburn. Jaden had a really nice game all the way around. He had 20 point. He had 20, Keon had 21. Jaden had 5 rebounds, 6 assists. I mean, that's, if you're Rick Barnes or any coach on the staff, that's got to be the most disappointing thing to you, is that those were the two kids who showed up ready to fight, and just nobody else just brought it. I mean, again, to me, I don't want to question effort, but passion and fire, I think that's different than effort. Being emotionally ready for the challenge, and those are the only two guys today I saw that had it.
The question then, the biggest question, and I know it's probably rhetorical, you can't answer it, is can they get it? Can they find it? You got one regular season game left.
It's over. This team wins a game or two in Nashville. Maybe wins one against some crap opponent in the 6-11 game in the NCAA tournament, and they're done. I've seen enough.
Why do you think this team is not? I mean, has
seniors, upperclassmen. I mean, John Fulkerson has averaged 4 points a game. You throw out the South Carolina game, throw it out. He scored 19. Everybody thought, man, it's clicking. He's got it. He's averaged 4 points a game in the last 7 games. If you take that one out, and that to me is the reason. I mean, I hate to pile it on him like that, but I mean, the kid averaged 15 plus a game in SEC play last year, and now he's averaging 4 a game. That's to me, that's it. I mean, maybe I don't know what the issue is. I mean, people have speculated, maybe this, that, and the other. I don't know what the issue is, but averaging 11 points fewer per game from one kid in conference play from one year to the next, that's a pretty big deal.
Yep, certainly is. And Tennessee not getting production out of some other positions. Josiah James, since the wrist injury, has not played well.
Yeah, I don't think he's healthy at all.
As clearly he's shot the ball
he's 1 for 9 in the past 2 games. I think he's come back. I think he's grinding through it, and I just don't think he's 100%.
And so the question Tennessee fans have right now is, what can Rick Barnes find offensively to try to create something for this team heading into postseason play? Because they're not going to find it suddenly with, a senior in Fulkerson finding his way. Can they find anything different? Can they change their attack style of play in any way to give this team a better chance to win? Or is it just dependent on making a jump shot?
Keon and Jaden go for 41 today, and it's not close. You know, I mean, Tennessee's not. I mean, you know, it might look close at the end, but I mean, it would. The final score was not. I mean, Auburn was in control of that game, up 10 with 2 or 3 minutes left. I just like I said, this the most disappointing effort of the season for me. If I'm a fan watching that today, I'm pretty upset.
77-72 is your final. Tennessee loses at Auburn as the woes for this basketball team down the stretch continues. We'll have full reaction from Rick Barnes and players coming up throughout the rest of the afternoon. Also, some football recruiting coverage coming up a little bit later as well. That's going to do it for this edition of Fast Break. For Rob Lewis, I'm Brent Hubbs, VolQuest.com.